jersey swap Daniel Dadavi. Mark Schmidt's decision to introduce Dadavi into the match after 73 minutes proved to be the thorn in Bayern Munich's side and earned Wolfsburg a hard-fought draw at the Allianz Arena. Once Maximilian Arnold pegged one back for Wolfsburg in the 56th minute and made it 21, Dadavi was always going to be the most likely candidate to be brought on in search of an equalizer. The visitors looked completely rejuvenated after Dadavi came on and put Bayern under loads of pressure in the closing stages. The 27-year-old beat Jerome Boateng to the near post in the 82nd minute to head home the equalizing goal to give Wolfsburg the vital point and take them further away from the relegation zone, moved up to 11th place. Tip of the cap Sebastian Rudy. Yet another real excess and os performance from the centre midfielder. Rudy hardly put a foot wrong. He did well to absorb most of the pressure that came his way, particularly in the first half, and was accurate with his distribution for the most part. In the first half he played a few aerial diagonal balls over the top of Wolfsburg's back line that came close to creating chances for either Arjen Robben, Thomas Müller, or Robert Lewandowski. It was the type of audacity that's refreshing to see from Rudy against a Wolfsburg side that were more than happy to bunker down defensively for the majority of the 90 minutes. Golf clap Robert Lewandowski. Definitely not a replication of the performance he had last season at home against Wolfsburg, but Lewandowski showed a lot of craft and ingenuity in tight spaces, particularly in the first half. He started to fade in the second half. He was forced to play with his back to goal for the majority of the match, but he did well on a handful of occasions to get to his body in front of his defender, especially on the sequence where he won the penalty in the 32nd minute. Lewandowski calmly converted the spot kick. A more overlooked statistic, Lewandowski also won a handful of defensive headers off Wolfsburg corner kicks and set pieces, respectively. Standing ovation Arjen Robben. The Dutch international did not seem too pleased when he was replaced by James Rodriguez in the 85th minute, though Carlo Ancelotti certainly had one eye on next week's Champions League clash against Paris Saint-Germain. Although Rafinha might try to claim he got the final touch, Robben was the scorer of Bayern's second goal in the 42nd minute after a bursting solo run down the left channel. Robben arguably should have done better with his effort in the 58th minute that went narrowly wide past the right post. It would have made things 31 to Bayern had he converted the effort. One of three things happened virtually every time Robben got forward. Though he played a lateral pass that found a teammate in some space, he won a free kick in a dangerous area, or he wound up getting into Wolfsburg's penalty area on his own. Meister of the match Mats Hummels. Aside from the two goals Wolfsburg scored, which he was not at fault for either, Hummels cut out almost every chance Wolfsburg had going forward. The centre-back had a handful of last-stitch challenges and blocks that prevented the visitors from registering a shot on target, the best of which came in the 72nd minute with a perfectly timed challenge on Yunus Mali in the penalty box. Hummels had to get that one right, and he did. Hummels was nearly the late hero, too, but his header in the second and final minute of stoppage time off of James' corner went just wide of the left post.